I show up, same desk, same screen, same questions. And most days nothing happens. No big wins, no breakthrough moments, just work. You start to wonder, what am I doing wrong? You tweak things, you optimize, you convince yourself you're getting closer, but you actually don't know. And most of the time, I have no idea what I'm doing. And that's the part no one really talks about. There's pressure, real pressure. Bills, expectations, that voice in your head telling you, maybe it's time to get a job. Maybe this isn't working. And honestly, sometimes that sounds like the right decision. But I started this for a reason, and if I leave now, I'll never know how close I actually was. So for now, I stay. Keep showing up, I keep building, I stay on the boat.
What we do focus, like here's a solution. Like it's not in
What content formats are you looking at there by company? Because if you're doing one a week, it has to be value packed.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna, I don't know about value packed. In mind, it would be more like an advertisement type thing. Like this is.
articles.
Oh, you mean like that type of thing? I see what you mean. Yeah, case studies, be a post, more detail into our solution, maybe articles, like the instant customer support.
Yeah, because if you're doing one a week, as I'm saying, value packed. So ideally, you want to go long form, and then your personal content regurgitates what you did here.
A few things in business are guaranteed, and one of them is the fact that you will make plans, but 9 out of 10 times you are going to deviate. That is where we find ourselves right now. We started the year, we hit the ground running, started implementing, and now we are finding ourselves doing things that were not part of the plans that we had made late 2025 and trying to prepare for 2026.
So you tell me marketers used to sit there and think,
Bro.
So you guys always think.
Yeah, bro, like everything.
Think of ideas, okay. A customer, what can you do? Okay. So AI customer. You guys are crazy.
No, but it's also crazy on your guys' side because what do you mean you have to write code?
Yeah, that's true.
Line by line.
Letter by
letter. So from this, how's it standing with your current clients? Is it on top of current projects or retainer?
No, this is brand new. Current projects, that is tricky.
A concept that I've now come to love is a concept of reverse engineering. And that simply means starting with the end in mind. So what that looks like for us right now is asking ourselves questions like, at the end of second quarter, what do we want to have achieved? How much money do we want to have made? And once we decide on a figure, it's now a question of what needs to be done in order to make that amount of money, in order to hit that figure. So now the strategies that we come up with are all tied to that revenue goal or whatever you may be trying to achieve. It's a real thing, the fact that you are going to start with a certain goal in mind, but then the implementation just takes a shape and form of itself. And so now you just have to have sessions like this where you are going to ground yourselves and just ensure that you are still on track with what you are trying to achieve. But this is all just part of the game, and this is something that should be driving us crazy, but we are just weathering the storm and just ensuring that we stay on the boat, like I said at the beginning of the video, stay on the boat and just keep playing the game.
Why are we making Handful take away a thing, bro?
Because it's a thing. We're not making it, it's already a thing.
What about grocery money and then meal prep?
You can't.
For real, why are we making it a thing? I don't need 10, man.
Doesn't matter. 2.5.
Let's see.
Food 2.5. And
my food is 3,000.
Yo. Electricity.
7
is awesome. Because under the tax brackets, you don't have to pay tax. Which is nice.
Yeah.
So 6.7 is what?
About 13.
13. So let's say 15 then.
Yeah.
And then what's your multiplier? Oh, you just want to go for 15.
Okay, we're rounding off to 15. But remember now, if I get my entry offer is 7.5, two of those to make
15. That's perfect.
And then if I get an implementation that covers, I just need one implementation client, right? That one starts at 15K. Okay. Let's say 30K. I have this thing open.
So you want the times 2 multiplier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm going to get comfortable at 15.
The hardest part about business is not the business itself, but the fact that two things are happening when you are growing a business. You are growing as a person, and also you are trying so hard to grow the business itself. But most of the time, you are going to be the problem. You are going to be in the middle of tasks, and you know these things need to be done, but you're going to get bored. So it's a question of how do you get over that? How do you keep focus for a very long time, 3, 5 years? How do you set a goal and stay on that for 5, 10, 15, or however long you want to run that business for? Those are the hardest things. How do you show up even when you feel you don't want to show up? So most of the time, you are going to be the problem.
In the outreach that I've been doing so far, I feel like this thing, I was punching above my weight. All because of I'm trying to get people that can afford these prices. But now, if we go lower with them, now we're gonna have to negotiate and be getting. But it's fine if we can do
Couple of
5 or 6 of these. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's about 10K, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So from here, we pitch to these ones.
The case that you don't have.
From the work that I
Yeah,
done
look,
over there.
now they're making more than you now.
Exactly. Exactly. You see. So it's the targeting over here. And then another thing, to start the conversations on LinkedIn, we do the articles over here. Articles and case studies, we post them, right? Through LinkedIn DMs, you say, hey, did you see this post of ours? Here's why I think it'll be relevant to you. You're not selling anything, you're just driving attention to the post. If they are interested, that's something to talk about. We're not selling anything, just conversations. Now it's a thing of, on a daily basis, what does all this look like?
We are not all going to be CEOs as business people. Even though I'm at an early stage right now, I'm building with an understanding that at some point, once we start scaling, I'm going to have to make a decision. Am I a good CEO, or am I better off just as a founder? Do I need to hire someone to be the CEO and just get out of the way of the business? Because as a founder, you can stand in the way of your business. So we're building with that in mind, and those are the things that we are learning about ourselves as we go. Business is just nicer when you have someone to share the journey with. And I have Ashley right here.
What's up?
So I consider myself lucky to have a friend that I can share this journey with, bounce off ideas with, figure things out together. And it's just better that way. Whereas if I was alone, I'd probably be in Viscorpies right now. I think if I was always cooped up in this office, then I would have literally lost my mind by now. But the nature of what we do allows us to sometimes go outside, see clients, see real people, and see a life beyond our screens. So let's go there now. Some days it feels like nothing is working, like you're doing everything and still getting nowhere. But then you remember, this is what it looks like. It's not always big moments. It's not overnight success. It's just a lot of thinking, a lot of adjusting, a lot of trying to get a little bit better. It looks like whiteboards, plans, numbers that don't always make sense, and trying to turn effort into something that actually works. That's what this is. Building under constraints. Time, money, pressure, but also opportunity, conversations, clients, real people, and moments where things might just start clicking. I don't have it figured out, not even close, but I'm in it. Still showing up, still building, still chasing the goal. 6 months, that's the target. A business that actually sustains itself. Until then, we stay on the boat and we see where it takes us.